Good morning, good morning, good morning, and happy Monday. This is Gigi on the track, safe on the ground in the 757. Hope y'all had a great weekend. It is a beautiful day. Y'all know what I'm going to say. This is a day that the Lord has made. We are rejoicing and we're glad in it. Oh, wow, wow, wow. I'm still on cloud nine. I'm still excited. Pastor and I just came back from the International Leadership Summit in Orlando, Florida, sponsored by the one and only Bishop T.D. Jakes. And what a time we had. We are so full, and there's so much that we want to share. But before I share my gym nugget, which my gym nugget all this week is going to be based on things that happened and that we experienced at the summit. Before I get into that, we just want to thank our Grace and Twine Ministry family for understanding and communicating this weekend. There was a problem with our flight coming back. We intended to be back Saturday night, but it didn't happen because the airline messed up our flight itinerary. And so we spent the night in the airport, and then we got back on Sunday morning. And also, when we got back, Pastor said, you know what? We got into Norfolk about 9:45, and Pastor said, we better go by the church just to see, because we had communicated to all our members. But when we got there, one of our visitors that had been coming for about the last 4 Sundays, Mr. Cooper, was in his car. And then there was another visitor with her son. And we thank God for Brother Cooper. Brother Cooper watches us here on Facebook because he had heard us say we were going and that we would be back. And he kind of put it all together, what had happened. So sure enough, they were there. And we got out and we talked to them. But y'all, thank you, GEM family. Now, next Sunday, be there Sunday. We ain't going nowhere on next Sunday, because we're going to celebrate not only Mother's Day, but we are going to celebrate communion. But let me get into this, because I've got a good nugget for today. And one of the new things that they have in addition to the leadership conference is something that they've come up with called good soil. Good soil. So my gym nugget this morning is be good soil. Okay, I'm coming from Matthew. Get my notes here. Matthew, the 13th chapter, and the 23rd verse. Jesus told a parable about 4 types of ground. And when seed falls into these grounds, different things happen. But the last soil that he talked about, soil, is good soil. But he says, but as for what was sown on good soil, this is the one who hears the word and understands it, who indeed bears fruit and yields, in one case 100-fold, in another 60, and in another 30. And this new initiative that they have, Good Soil, the day before the summit, they had people come together from all types of life, but all of these people were, from what I understand, majority of them were millionaires, and they were talking about, how planting into good soil and how that multiplies. But the opening session of the summit, and there are people that come from all over the world to this conference. And then one of the things that I like to do, we like to ask people around us, where you from? Where you, because it's just phenomenal. We met people from all over the United States, as far as Africa. There was a gentleman behind us that opening session that was from Mozambique, and we met people from Canada, and we met people from, I can't even start telling you, Nigeria, Ghana, France, all types of Spanish, Mexican areas. Amen. Spanish areas, whatever. But anyway, let me get to this thing. There were so many experiences. Like I said, it's going to take me all this week to really get through it. But anyway, let's talk about good soil. So we were sitting there, and there was a lady sitting on the left side of us, my husband sitting there, and I. And so we found out she was from Cincinnati, Ohio. So she starts to tell her story, and she says, "They're so grateful to, all that God had done, and the influence of Bishop Jakes, and they are members of Bishop Jakes, although they live in Cincinnati, Ohio." She started to tell me her story. She said she was incarcerated for 16 years, and she came out, and she met her husband, and they got married, and being influenced by the program that Bishop Jakes has called TORI, Texas Offenders Reentering Initiative. They followed that, and that TORI program had been a blessing to them, but they decided to play it forward. They started out helping 5 incarcerated women in the beginning, her and her husband, and they built up this ministry. It ended up that they are now serving over 300 men and women in their program in Cincinnati, Ohio. And then she asked us about us and what was going on with us, and we were talking about it was me and Pastor. We've been married almost 41 years, and we talked about how God had blessed us with this groundbreaking ministry called Grace and Twine Ministries, and how God blessed us with the new building that we got in. And you know what she did? She said, "Y'all are good soil. I can see it." And she went in her pocketbook and she put in my hand $100 bill. She said, "This is a seed. Put it in your ministry." I just sat there and cried. That's where it started. Pastor made sure we had plenty of tissue, because there were more tear-jerking experiences that we experienced during this conference. But what I say, that you need to be good soil, because when you're good soil, God can plant into you, and you will multiply, not just in money or anything like that, but you will multiply in all areas of your life. But you've got to be good soil. What is good soil? Good soil is when you have had a understanding of the word, and you believe God, and you believe in Jesus Christ, and he can plant in you those things that will help you grow abundantly. So I am telling you that you need to be good soil. Be good soil. Like I said, there's so many things about this conference that was just such a blessing. That's why Pastor always got this saying, talking about, every time we go to stuff like this, we ready to bite rocks when we come back. And it's true, you just feel encouraged. And I suggest anybody that wants to grow in their faith and even grow in all areas of your life, if you have an opportunity to attend conferences like this, and maybe not just TD Jakes, but a lot of times it's good to get out and to learn from other areas and to grow, because that's what it's all about. It's growing in your faith. I can't wait to get back with y'all tomorrow. I got another good gem nugget. Like I tell you, we had some tear jerkers all throughout, and just things that really opened our hearts and opened our minds. Bishop Jakes gifted everybody with his new book, Disruptive Thinking. I started reading that in the airport Saturday night. Oh my goodness. Because when you think about it, anything that has happened effectively came about by somebody thinking out of the norm. Oh my goodness, I got more to say about that too. But he gave us that book free. Everybody got that book for coming. But be good soil. That's all I'm saying. Be good soil. That's my nugget for today. Be blessed. See you tomorrow. Bye.